And then coming up, walk over to the other side and sitting back, getting a lovely stretch. And then coming back to center. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of core stability work. Really, really important to be able to maintain some sense of balance. When we're able to do that, you'll find that a lot of pain gets alleviated through that. So let's start. One arm lifts off the mat. Then make sure you're not collapsing on the other shoulder. Lift up through the chest. We're going to straighten the opposite leg off the mat. So we're balancing there. Now, holding this position, by holding a position, you can really get a sense of where everything should be sitting. Make sure you're not twisting your pelvis. You want a nice level pelvis. You should be able to balance a drink of water on the back of it. And have a feeling of drawing your belly button into your spine. Slowly release back down. Other side. And lengthening through. Working that glutes, abs drawing into the spine, holding it there. And then slowly release back down. And a couple more each side. So breathing out, lengthening through, trying to balance, abs drawing in. Sometimes I make things look a lot easier than they actually are. So I do apologize. But you should be working quite hard in this, especially if you've had a history of chronic back issues. And then release back down. Once more each side, breathing out and breathing in. Other side and lengthening through. Keep that chest lifted and then slowly come off those wrists. Again, another lovely stretch to do. Nice shell stretch. Breathing into the back of that rib cage. Okay, now we're going to go into a half plank, okay? Very quick way of getting those core muscles nice and strong, which help to protect the back. So I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to come down onto our elbows and we're going to just rest our knees and thighs onto that mat. So because everybody's different, and some might have a more severe case of chronic back issues compared to the other, I'll give you a few variations and I'll leave it up to you. So to get yourself set up, you're going to have elbows underneath the shoulders, lift up through the chest. We're going to curl the toes underneath us and then have a feeling as if you've got a cloth pulling you up from underneath your tummy up onto your knees. So we're holding it up in this position. And you want to have the feeling of lifting your belly button into the spine. Don't collapse into that lower back. You're trying to strengthen it, not strain it. If you're finding this is too easy, you're more than welcome to lift the knees and come into a full version. Okay? Otherwise, I'm going to put my knees down and I'm just going to hold it there for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly release back down. We're going to do one more set like that. If you had the knees for the first version and found it quite easy and want a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to go into the full version with the knees off the floor. So lift up through the chest, curl the toes. I'm going to do the full version, but again, leave it up to you which one you'd prefer to do. Breathing out. We're going to lift the whole pelvis off. Holding it there. If you can't hold for 10 seconds, you can only do 5, that's fine too. Work within your limitations and make sure that you're keeping a record of it so you can notice your progress as we go. And another 3, 2, 1, slowly lower back down to that mat. Lying onto your tummy, place your arms to the side and just give that back a little bit of a wiggle there. Should feel quite nice. Okay, right. So, coming up, pushing yourself up. I want to now go into the side of the body. Really important to make sure that we're nice and stable in the side. So we're going to lie down onto our side, resting our bottom hand underneath our head. We're going to have our legs bent up and you want to set your pelvis up first. Very important is to have that feeling of lifting your waistline off the mat while the top hip pulls away from the shoulder. This sets up your pelvis so you're not collapsing and twisting and doing all sorts of things in the pelvis and the lower back. Now we're going to work into the glutes. Really important muscle group to work as they support and hold the pelvis in the best position for that back. If the pelvis isn't in the good position, the back's going to start to compensate and feel the strain. So opening up the top leg, we're going to go into clams, breathing out, breathing in. And this is a really good exercise for also opening up your hips while strengthening those glutes. And let's do another 5, 4, 3, keep your eyeline view up, and last one, and release back down. Straighten that top leg away, flex that foot, and we're going to do little circles. We're going to do 8 in each direction, going 1, 2, make sure you're pushing back and clenching into that glute. I want you to feel it working. Don't just use momentum to swing that leg around. That's it, good. And 2, 1, change direction. 8, 7, 6. And take note of how everything's feeling in each exercise on this side, and we'll have a comparison on the other side. Sometimes we have all sorts of imbalances in the body which cause other strains or back issues, so it's good to take note of these and release back down. Give it a bit of a rub if you need to. Okay, straightening the legs along the mat. Now, using your hand for support so that you're not wobbling all over the place, you're going to keep the bottom leg on the floor. We're going to lift the top leg up to what we call hip height, okay, so it's just where it is. And then we're going to squeeze the bottom leg to meet it. Lower the bottom leg back down. Make sure, and very important, as you're doing this movement, you're not rolling your pelvis backwards. The minute it does that, the back's going to start to kick in. So you should not feel this in your back at all. And we're going to do another 5, 4. Check your alignment. Try keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. 2. And last one, we're going to hold it there. And we're going to, if you can, lift your hand up to the ceiling. So we're going to try balance there. And this gives you a sense of where you should be. If you're feeling it in your back, you're not correctly aligned, you might need to bring your pelvis forward a little bit or bring your legs forward a little bit. Use those abs. You should feel it in the waistline, the glutes, a little bit of the inner thighs. We're going to hold for another 5 seconds. 4. Keep breathing. And 2, 1, and then slowly release back down. Okay, right, let's go over to the other side. So coming up, swing your legs around, stay facing me. And then lying onto your side. Bottom hand underneath the head, legs are bent. Then we're going to open up the top knee. So it's called clams. And we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release back down. Okay, straighten the top leg. Flex the foot. We're going to go into leg circles. Going 8, 7, 6. Notice how this side compares to the other side. You may find you've got one bottom cheek a little bit stronger than the other. Take note of that, and next time always do a few extra repetitions on your weaker side. Change direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release back down. Give it a good little rub there. Okay, straighten the legs along the mat. Use your hand for support abs tucked into the spine. It's going to be said a lot as we go through the different sessions. We're going to hover the top leg up. Breathing out, squeeze the bottom leg to meet it. Lower back down. And another 8, 7. Remember, depending on the severity of your condition, do as much as you can. If you can't do as many repetitions as I'm suggesting, then just do a few less. We'll gradually build your strength up. Just do it at your own pace. And last one, we're going to hold it there. Trying to balance, if we can, lift the hand up off the mat. Working into the waistline in the side of the torso over here. Breathing into it again. You shouldn't feel this in your back. If you are, bring your legs forward. Use your abs a little bit more. And another 3 seconds. 2, 1, and slowly